So I was just talking to a client of mine who was saying that in her office, people just see her as a child because she has been there for a long time. She's young, and people often refer to her when they're speaking. They reference the fact that, she's in a particular generation and, people her age, things like that. And so we're doing our coaching call, and I said, first of all, they shouldn't be referring to age because that's kind of a form of ageism anyway. But that aside, created a critical opportunity for me to kind of say to her, okay, let's think about the various elements that might cause you to seem childlike in the office and then see how we get over it. So we kind of looked at 3 different areas, and I said, look, let's juxtapose what it is to be childlike. What are some of the things that you do or not do, and how do we impose that thinking in terms of the workplace? So bear with me, let me walk you through this. This is what I said. I said, look, one thing that children do, children will always wait for permission. They will do what they're told. They will operate from that perspective. If that is how you're showing up at work all the time, only doing what you're told, waiting to be told when to speak, speaking when you're only being spoken to, you're going to come across really childlike. Now, let's go back to our young selves. Children, the way they dress, right? The posture, they dress a certain way. They dress like children. When you're younger, you have a certain way of dressing. Dressing any other kind of way looks as though you are adultifying, right? And so when you're at work, the moment you start keep dressing a certain kind of way, you're going to look like a child, even if you are not a child, even if you're growing up. There's certain things, in particular for women, that would always make you look a lot younger than you are. Case in point, like ballet pumps, or certain types of hairstyles, maybe wearing makeup or not wearing makeup, they tend to make you look younger than, and in particular, if you're a black woman, where black don't crack, baby, you can be looking real young and you're a lot mature. And people can, address you differently. So it's also to ensure like you are showing up with a certain posture and with a certain sort of visual that makes people understand that this person is not childlike. The other thing that came up was around decision making. Children often get their decisions made for them. They are incapable of making decisions. But what are the things that we notice when a child is growing up is their ability to start saying, no, I don't want this, I want this. And so similarly, when we're at work, the way to get out of being childlike is starting to make decisions, starting to advocate for yourself, what you want and what you don't want, right? Those are 3 things, right? How do you posture yourself? How do you communicate? And how do you make decisions in a way that other people know that you have authority over yourself and the things that you want to do? So if you're in that position where people are feeling like, where you sense that people are looking at you with childlike eyes and things like that, they are not going to stop doing that unless you give them a reason to. And the ways you can give them a reason to is to stop being childlike, is to address the core of why they think you might be acting childlike, which is that you need to start visually appearing more adult-like, number 1. Number 2, you need to start communicating, in a more clear, succinct, adult-like way. And then also the third thing is that you need to start making decisions in a way that shows that you are advocating for yourself and that you have agency over the things that you're doing. Hopefully that helps.